Hey guys, what's up? Like I promised, video as soon as I get home. Alright, today's video is going to be probably for the Wisdom channel on the topic of money. If you look at the topic, the title of the video, a lot of you probably getting butthurt. Let me explain what I mean. You guys know I'm big on the whole chase your dreams, don't chase money thing, because when you chase your dream, money will follow. And it's the reason why. Humans, we have this fucking blessing and a curse, right? And it's our ability to adapt, right? It's both a blessing and a curse. A blessing because you take a man and you give him like one fucking piece of bread a day. At first, it's gonna be miserable, but believe it or not, over time, his body's gonna adapt to being able to survive off of that. Obviously, he's gonna be weaker and scrawny and shit like that, but your body's gonna adapt to whatever situation you're in. So a lot of people you see in poor countries, you're like, man, I don't know how to live like that. Yeah, at first it was probably tough for them, but they found a way to adapt. That's we made to survive, so we have the skill. The curse is it goes both ways. Even when we have something that's really, really, really good, we quickly adapt to it and it becomes boring. Now we want something more. Now, that's everybody knows that's why the basis of human greed will never end. But that's why we're always greedy for more. It's like a river. Like Ecclesiastes says, which is one of the best books I ever read in my life. Just like the rivers keep going into the sea and the sea's never full, in the same way, man will never be satisfied. I mean, like it's a cycle. Think about it. Look at all the rich people out there, right? Now, I'm not saying money's bad, right? Obviously, you need fucking money. Without money, I wouldn't have a laptop or a camera. I wouldn't have a place to, sleep at. I wouldn't be able to feed my daughter, shit like that. But do not make it your obsession. A lot of people trying to pick careers, and they're like, well, I really want to do this, but the pay is low. I'm going to go over to that, thinking they're going to be happy there. Now, you guys heard it a million times. Happiness is in your passion, not in where the money is at. Like how many times have you seen millionaires or multi-billionaires who are still miserable? Miserable. They probably put a smile on when they see you, but when they get home, they're miserable. Why? Because of what I said earlier. That. Give somebody $1 billion a day, right? At first, you're gonna be like, "Oh man, it's the best day of my life." A week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, 2 years go by. After a while, when he's in the trillions and trillions and trillions, you think he's still as excited as it was the first day? His body quickly adapts to that joy, and that becomes a normal everyday thing. It's kind of like staying in the next to a garbage. It stinks as soon as you get next to it, but you stay there for a long time, you don't even smell it anymore. That's why billionaires look for more and more ways to spark their passion because they have everything they fucking want. You know what I'm saying? Like at first, you're gonna buy all the cars you want, you're gonna get all the women you want. But let me tell you this: when you're done with the cars, you're done with the women, you got everything you wanted, you travel to every place you wanted. What's going to satisfy you? Think about it. That's why a lot of them resort to drugs because they're looking for the next high. And I always tell people, give a homeless man a piece of bread or a starving guy a piece of bread, the joy that he's going to feel, that's even more than the joy of giving $100 to a billionaire. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? So happiness is like it's relative to your current situation. Um, it's the same principle with like a mountain climber, right? You put a mountain climber to the top of a mountain, right? He's gonna be not the happiest, but the most miserable. Why? Because the fun, what makes a mountain climber want to get up every day is a desire to climb, 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 climb. Believe it or not, it's not to reach to the top. Because once he gets to the top, he's like, yeah, I'm at the top. And he's like, oh shit, now what? Now all you could do is go back down and look for the next mountain to climb, right? That's why happiness is in the journey, the pursuit of something that you really, really, really want. The climbing, that's why a lot of people that won the lottery became miserable and started self-destructing because not only it was too much for them to handle, but once they became comfortable, they were like, okay, what's next, man? I mean, think about it, guys. The reason why for us fucking workers out there, people that work hard, um, what makes us happy is the fact that we're getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. The fact that we have bills that we got to pay, even though it stresses us out, at least we're always reaching to try to pay that bill and try to do this and try to do that. So it keeps us going. When you get to the point where you have all the money you want and you've done all the things that you wanted to do, you become fucking stale. You become like a lake that's not moving. What's the difference between a lake and a river? The river flows and stays, fresh every day. The lake, because it doesn't flow, it becomes stagnant and dirty, and mosquitoes go in that bitch, and it becomes a rotting mess. That's why a lot of celebrities become these fucking emotional wrecks because they had everything they wanted in the first 2 3 years of like their prime, and now they're like, damn man, my body adapted to this shit. Now $100 looks like $1 to me. I want more and more and more and more and more and more. And because we're never satisfied, you keep reaching for higher and higher and higher until eventually you destroy everything around you. Not only they're more stressed out than us because of the decisions they have to make to keep their money, the fear of losing their money. I'm not saying don't try to be rich. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, you want to have a lot of money, but do not make money your obsession. Because eventually when you get there, I mean, I put this on Facebook one day. I said people that are trying to get rich, when they finally get rich, it's like a group of people trying to get to the top of a mountain, and they climb and climb and climb and climb, and they get to the top because they're like, yo, let's get to the top so we can escape the troubles of the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the top. And when they get to the top, they see a bunch of guys that were there before them. They look all depressed, and then they ask them. That's my own little parable. So try to understand what it means. They ask the guys up top, hey man, why you guys look so depressed? And they're like, oh, we made it to the top, like 3 months ago, and we find out it's the same bullshit, just a different level. That's all it is. That's all it is. So all I'm saying, guys, is if you're looking for a career or you gotta make a decision that's involved money or whatever, put the money last. Look for what's gonna keep you motivated your whole life. That's why I say your obsession, your passion should be, like what you're the most passionate about, because the motivation will never run out. It will never, ever, ever, ever run out. I mean, I could go on and on about a lot of billionaires and millionaires who, yes, some of them are doing good things and giving their money away, but the majority of them, for example, I read about these guys, right? These guys at Wall Street that have like 6 jet planes. To back up what I told you earlier about humans never get satisfied. Who the fuck needs 6 jet planes? Think about it, son. And these guys are multi-millionaires. It's because they got rich. First of all, like, I'm just gonna buy a car. You get the car. After a while, that car looks boring. I have $1 billion in my bank account. What do I do with it? Let me get a second car, a third car, a fourth car. People like Jelano, 100 cars, 100 fucking cars. Then after a while, they're like, I still have money and I'm still empty. I need something else. Let me go buy a bus. Let me go buy a fucking tour bus. Next, let me go buy a boat. Still got $1 billion in my account. All right, let's see. I'm still hungry. I'm still empty. Let me go buy 1 jet plane. Nice. Now I'm good. I'm not going to spend anymore. 2 weeks later, I'm tired of flying this jet plane. Let me get a second jet plane. 6 fucking jet planes. To show you that man will continue to spend and spend and spend because he's trying to fill a void that cannot be filled. The only way to fill that void, even though, in quotes, fill, is to pursue something that is infinite, which is, once again, your passion, because it will never run out. Another example I could give you is people that go gamble. They went to school, got their degrees, they had their corporation CEOs and have all that money in the world. And they're like, okay, I need the thrill, because humans need the thrill. The danger has to be there for us to stay happy. So they go, okay, how can I find a way to keep my life from being boring? Because I have everything I fucking want. Now they go gamble their money away. Why? Because they miss that stimulus, that danger, that feeling of, man, I might lose this, I might lose that. And that's the feeling that we all have. People that, like the middle class was working and going to school and do that. That's what keeps us going. That's what wakes us up every morning. Is because we know if we slack, we could lose our jobs, we could lose our cars, we could lose our whatever. So it keeps us going and reaching. It keeps us from a lot of depressive. I even have a fucking word. A lot of bad acts. So that's my take on money. I mean, don't get me wrong, money's good. It gets me food. I just stopped at Kroger, got me some sushi. I wouldn't get that without money. But trust me, the reason why I have money is because I don't seek it. I just do what makes me happy, and I try to solve as many problems as possible. Another thing, one wise guy said, money is everywhere. Why? Because money is wherever you solve a problem. Wherever there's a problem, there's money. Look at the richest people on the planet. They got rich because they were able to solve certain problems. And take up all the corruption and things like that. But Gates is rich. Why? Not because he just, hey, I want to be rich, I'm rich. No, he didn't just, stroke a fucking genie lamp. Why is he rich? Because he solved the problem. He was like, hey, I want a paperless office. He made he made the rest of the world able to, pretty much, I don't want to go into the details, I don't even know the details, but to pretty much have all their files and all the documents on the fucking computer. And it's something, since it's a problem that the whole world experienced, because, papers were going to run out eventually. He made money off of that. People that have oil companies, why do they make money? Because they solve a problem. Your car has a problem. It needs gas. People that are investors, all these things, money is wherever you solve a problem. And that is where your gift and your passion come in. Because your gift can solve somebody else's problem, believe it or not. Everyone watching this video, whoever you are right now, you have something that if I put you in a room with 3 other people, you have something that you know that they don't know. You have something that you're naturally good at that they don't have. That should be your gift. That is your passion. That should be what you should become an expert at. And you see that when you use that, money will follow you. Do not chase money. Let money follow you. That's my rant. Take it or leave it. Migan.